It's the last episode before the Winter Cup for the World Break. It's episode 13, and I'm hoping it won't be unlucky for us. Welcome back, guys, to Son of Scotland 90. It is the Football Manager 2023 career mode with Hearts, and we're doing well. In fact, we're doing very well, especially domestically. We're currently sitting second in the table after 14 games, so we're above Rangers, which is great. We're 8 points behind Celtic. I don't know if that's good or not good. I'm not too sure. It could be better, but it certainly could be worse. So domestically, we're doing fine if you just ignore the fact we got knocked out of the Premier Sports Cup. It was a really close game, but we did, in fact, lose to Rangers. And it's been a while since we lost, actually, in general. The last time we lost was on the 13th of October, but if you don't count European games, then we haven't lost since that Premier Sports Cup quarter-final. And if you don't count cup games, we haven't lost in the league since the 12th of September. So it's been a long, long time since we tasted defeat in the league. I do not want to taste defeat today, and we will need to be at our best if we want to avoid defeat and get something against Rangers as we travel to IBROX. Now, some good news for us is that Ryan Kent is definitely out. He's pulled his hamstring. He's going to be out for quite a while, and Rangers have an additional 4 players that are doubtful. They might not make it. Barisic, Hadji, Suter and Hollander. So that's good news for us that there's a bunch of players that might not feature in this Rangers game. But I did mention World Cup at the start of the episode, and there's a reason why I mentioned that, obviously because the World Cup is fast approaching, and there's some information about the World Cup. But before we check that out, we've got 3 players called up to the Australian team, so just Australia, with 3 players playing in the World Cup, and they're all playing for the one nation. But I like that. I like the way that we've got international players at the club, and I get it. We can't sign Spanish players or German players that are going to be internationals at Hearts. That's not going to happen, because the best German players are just not going to be playing for Hearts. But I like the way that we have Australian internationals, and I would like to try and venture into another country and try and get internationals from a country that's at a similar sort of level to Australia. So that's something I'm actually going to try and do once we get into this winter break. I'm going to actually go scouting, going to travel the world, or at least go on Google Maps, and we're going to see what countries we could potentially try and set up a scouting range in and maybe bring in players from. But I like the fact that we have 3 players representing the Aussies at the World Cup. And in terms of World Cup squads, all squads have been named. Saudi Arabia and Qatar have the highest number of players from their domestic league, with only 1 player in each squad playing outside of that nation, which kind of tells you that both those teams are shit. Ghana and Senegal have the lowest number of players from their domestic leagues, with 26 squad members playing their club football abroad. What that tells me is that the Ghana and Senegal leagues are horrendous, but they actually have pretty decent teams because all their players play in different leagues. England have the youngest squad at the World Cup. Mexico have got the most international goals at the World Cup. And there is one former Hearts player performing at the World Cup, and he is Dario Sanata, the Canadian. So yeah, he must have got picked by Canada. I'm surprised he makes it in the Canadian team. He hasn't got a cap yet for the full men's international side. He's played for the under-20s. He's got 7 caps and 1 goal, but he's not made an appearance yet for the men's national team. So I am kind of surprised that he got picked. I mean, he's currently playing his club football at Hamilton. So that just goes to show you that Hamilton have a player at the World Cup, man. That's kind of mad. I'm really surprised Canada picked this guy. Their options mustn't be that good if they're taking Dario Sanata. No offence to Dario Sanata, but I just don't believe that he is a World Cup player. Regardless of his national team, he shouldn't be at a World Cup, and that is final. So I've decided that we're going to go a little bit more cautious against Rangers mentality. We have selected cautious. We've got our wing-backs on defend. I don't want them bombing forward here. I think it's crucial for us to try and at least sit back and not give Rangers too much space in the final third. I've got the winger and inside forward, Mackay and Ginelli. They're both going to be on supporting roles instead of attack. We're going to have Forrest, though, attacking alongside Shankland, because I feel like I don't want to leave Shankland isolated, so we're going to have Forrest as an attacking mentality. But that's going to be how we line up then. That is the team. Gordon, Cochrane, Sibic, Halkett, Atkinson, Devlin, Keogh, Mackay, Forrest, Ginelli and Shankland. That's going to be the 11 players that take to the pitch to take on Rangers and hopefully keep our good run going. Now, we do have some players that are tired. There's issues with fitness as well, so I think we might have to make earlier than expected substitutions, especially for Cammy Devlin. He's not really 100%, but he's a big player for us, and I want him to play, so I've went with it. I've decided that I'm going to risk it. But let's look at the Rangers team here. The defence is a makeshift defence big time. They've got Alan McGregor in nets, which is fair enough, but then they've got Ryan Jack playing right back, Leon King playing left back, and they've got a defensive midfielder, James Sands, at the back, playing alongside Davis. I know Sands has played quite a lot at the back, but still, it's not his preferred position. So I'm looking at this team and I'm thinking, you know what? We've got a chance, and we should be taking this chance. We cannot just sit back. I know I have went a bit more negative today, or as I would say, a bit more cautious, but a bit more conservative. But I think that we need to try and attack that back four, which I will. They've got Lundstrom, Kamara, and Sakala in front of them. Then Arfield, Matondo, and Morelos. So it's not the strongest Rangers side. It's probably not the strongest Hearts side either. We're still missing one or two players from our starting 11, so we'll see. I want us to continue our good run. If you carry on your last... let me see here. If you carry on your last performance, you'll do well. Okay, that seemed to inspire Cammy Devlin. It seemed to motivate him. Didn't really do a lot for the rest of the team. We're not going to go to that. We're going to send the assistant because I don't like talking to people before the match. I'm excited. I'm ready. I'm waiting. I'm looking for a win. I don't want to talk to fucking stupid interviewers. Let's get onto the pitch here and let's bring home something. I don't think we'll be taking all 3 points. You never know, we could. I would take a draw though, I'm not going to lie. I would 100% take a draw. Oh, tell you what, Ryan Jack, he had to make that tackle because Barry Mackay was away. Barry Mackay was off. And speaking of off, Matondo gets round Atkinson. It's Matondo, plays it back to Leon King. Leon King to Kamara, Glenn Kamara to Lundstrom, oh no, and what a save for Gordon, fantastic save. Sakala's offside. Gordon, I don't know, it was a good save, but he was well off the goal line there. Almost an error for Craig Gordon. Not often you say that, but he did kind of make a mistake there. He redeemed it by making the save, but I mean, he should never have been caught in that position, but Sakala was offside anyway, so no harm done. Here's Atkinson then, finds Halkett, Devlin. Good play here for us. Bit of a short pass, but Civic will get to it anyway. Keel back to Civic. Civic to Devlin. I mean, we're playing alright here. We're doing some good wee passing. Halkett then just has enough and decides to launch it up towards Leon King, who takes a heavy touch. It's Ginnelly. Josh Ginnelly trying to get past Davis. Ginnelly. Mackay. Oh, man. Skimmed the top of the bar there by Mackay. He went for top bins. He almost found top bins, and what a goal that would have been, man. Barry Mackay almost giving us a 1-0 lead at IBROX. But the chance came from basically a mistake from Leon King, heavy touch, and we took advantage. Well, we almost took advantage of it. Ginnelly using his pace to create that opportunity. Right, here we go on the counter here. It's Devlin. Cammy Devlin gets the better of Lundstrom. We've got men forward. Oh, why is he going it wide? No, he's played it back to Atkinson, but the chance here could be gone. It's Ginnelly. Oh, what a ball through the Forest. This is it. He's playing Shankland. Oh, he doesn't need Forrest. I mean, he doesn't need Shankland. Alan Forrest goes on his own. He gets the goal. And it's a great pass for Josh Ginnelly. The Hearts fans are loving life. Rangers fans look like it's the end of the world, and it might even get worse for them because Celtic have just taken the lead against Motherwell. So when it rains, it pours. It's Kyogo Furuhashi, but fuck Furuhashi. It's all about Alan Forrest, man. We've definitely got the better Forrest brother, no doubt in my mind there. And that was a great pass from Ginnelly to play him through. So, you know what, we've started off well here. Rangers had the first chance, but since then we've pretty much just took control of the game, and we look the team more likely to score. And again, here we come with the ball. It's Barry Mackay playing one out to Ginnelly. Now, and King has got it, and Ginnelly's beat King again. King's having a shocker, and Ginnelly stings the fingertips there of Alan McGregor, so he forces the save from Big Shagger, old Shagger. Now it's Cochrane, about to whip one in here on the left foot. I mean, King's not having a good game. He is not. It's Lundstrom heads it away. And you know what, I think actually we're going to give instructions here to, we need to get individual instructions. Let's get Ginnelly up. Speak to me, Ginnelly. Josh, where are you, son? I need you to, I need you to run wide with ball. That's exactly what we want. Or do you want to try and cut inside? Dribble more. Take more passes. Aim crosses at the centre. Freedom of movement. Roam from position. Stay. Yeah, actually, you know what? I think I want him to stay wide. Mark specific player. No, I don't want this. I just kind of want him to keep running with the ball. Passing directness. We'll go more direct with his passing. Cross more often. Aim crosses at the centre, but yeah, dribble more. That's probably what we want. Or do we want to try and cut inside? I think we're going to try and cut inside, actually. We'll cut inside because I think Thingy's struggling, man. I really do. Why is it not letting me cut inside? It's not letting me cut inside. Oh, God, why is it not letting me cut inside here? Hold on. Why can I not move that over? What's happening here? When player has the ball, I want to pick the cut inside option, and it's not letting me do that for some reason. Not too sure why. We can get further forward here. I don't know. Okay. I guess he doesn't want to play that way. Fuck him then. There was me trying to, try and punish Leon King and try and put him under more pressure, but it looks like Josh Ginnelly's not listening to me. So, alright, if he wants to stay wide, then that's entirely up to him. It's Rabi Matondo. Maybe the further he stays wide, actually, we can ice. Oh, no, I don't like this. Oh, it's in the back of the net. It's Glenn Kamara. Third goal of the season. It was poor defending. It wasn't a fantastic goal for Rangers, man. We just sat after them. I mean, why was Glenn Kamara given so much space with the ball there? I don't get it. But you know what? I was thinking maybe it's better that Josh Ginnelly just stays wide and he can try and isolate King out in that position. But I'm not happy to lose that goal there. Let's shout. Let's encourage the players. Come on, lads. We've played well here. Let's not get too down. We're still on top of this game. We've been the better team. There's no reason to panic. Let's just keep going the way things are going. And it looks like Nathaniel Atkinson's picked up a slight knock. So it looks like at half-time I'll be taking him off and we'll be bringing on the Rolls-Royce Michael Smith. But I tell you what, that ain't good for Barry Mackay. But he gets it back. Barry Mackay making up for his mistake. And now it's Halkett to Devlin. Devlin finds Big Keogh. Keogh spins around and finds Cochrane. Cochrane now down the left-hand side. We've been featuring all our attacks. We've been focusing down the right, but maybe we should look for the left as well, because let's be real, Ryan Jack is not a left-back. Or he's right-back he's playing, so we should attack Ryan Jack as well, but it's Shankland through to Forrest. Can he double? Yes, he can. Alan Forrest. Brilliant. It's a brace. And he scored just before half-time. And look at that, man. He's got the hands behind the back. He's doing a wee dance in front of the Rangers fans in the corner. That is fantastic for Alan Forrest, and it's half-time. It's fantastic for us, man. We've been brilliant here. No doubt in my mind. Let's get into the dressing room. Let me see. You're doing well, guys. Keep working hard until full time. That's it. And everyone looks positive. Everyone has reacted happy to that. So we're doing well. We're winning. And we're playing great. We're outplaying Rangers, but we need to keep this level of performance up. So that is the key message here. And Nathaniel Atkinson will come off. We're going to bring on Michael Smith. Could maybe take off Devlin as well. Devlin is looking slightly tired here. Could bring on Peter Hart. I'm going to bring on Andy Halliday. Fuck it, Andy Halliday's coming on against the Rangers. I know he loves Rangers, but he gets paid by us, so his loyalties better lie with us, man. If I see him making a mistake today, if I see him doing anything that leads to a Rangers goal, then transfer list, Andy, here you come. But I've got faith in Andy Halliday. He won't betray us. Andy Halliday's a good kid. He's not going to betray us. But I tell you what a ball that is to Shankland. Oh, and it's cleared away by Devlin, or Devine. And they brought on James Tavernier. So Taverniers came on for Leon King. Rangers are not messing about. Neither are Celtic. 3-0 up now against Motherwell. Andy Halliday cracks the crossbar with his free kick. Jesus Christ. There was me doubting whether he would show his commitment to Hearts, and he's almost put his 3-1 up there. So that's brilliant for Andy. Rangers are changing things about now. They've got Lawrence out on the left side of the wing, and it's a free kick now. It's going to be Stephen Davis whips one in, and it's in the back of the net. It's Connor Golds, and for God's sake. Rangers back in it. It's 2-2. They don't deserve it at all, in my opinion, but they're back in. So, okay. We might be having shots, but they're from long range. Okay, let's try and work the ball into the box a bit more. We are going to go balanced because I think we could potentially still get something out of this game. Let's make some subs. So let's get into the substitutions. Shankland's having a good game. Barry Mackay. I'm going to take Barry Mackay off. We're going to bring on Robert Snodgrass. And who else will I bring on? Maybe Liam Boy. I don't really want to take off. No, I can't really take off Alan Forrest, can I? Or can I? I don't know. Can I? Can I not? Probably not. But you know what? I think we will. Because he is tired. He's given it a lot. And I think I'll bring on Stephen Humphreys as well for Lawrence Shankland. So there you go. We're making the changes. We have to go for it. I don't want to take off Alan Forrest because I would like to see him get a hat-trick, but he is looking tired out there. So I think the addition of fresh legs, I think Boyce and Humphreys coming on will definitely give us options up front, and probably our best opportunity to try and get a third goal here and win this game. But Rangers now enjoying a decent spell of possession, passing the ball about pretty well. Goldson to Jack. Jack back to Goldson. It's Kamara. Out to Rabbi Matondo. We need to close him down. Cochrane needs to get to him. Cochrane, you need to take him out. And he doesn't. Rabbi Matondo, horrible cross, but he finds Kamara, who blasts it for distance, and holy shit. I say that was a horrible cross, but if that went in, it would have been the best cross ever, and Hibernian have just taken the lead against Ross County, so I'm not too sure how that will affect us, but if we lose and Hibs win, then we could drop down to 4th, which would absolutely suck. I think as long as we draw, though, we're still guaranteed 2nd, so a draw's okay here. I mean, obviously we want to win, but if we draw, then fair enough. A point's better than nothing here. Ball it to Rabbi Matondo again. It's Matondo down this right-hand side. He's causing us problems here. He's cut inside. He plays it to Davis. Davis into Lawrence. Oh, what a save! Craig Gordon manages to save the ball. He grabs it out there with one hand. That is fucking phenomenal. You know what? We're going to go back into cautious here because let's just demand more a bit in the last couple of minutes because Rangers now are applying pressure. They are getting forward. It's Matondo again. It's into the ball. No. It's Tom fucking Lawrence, man. It's a goal. And it's not offside. It's a joke. There's not a lot we can do now. Oh, man. That is sickening. To come right at the end. Fucking, I can't believe it. Well, I can believe it because Rangers were beginning to get into the game, like I said, and man, what can we do now? Just hit early crosses, shoot on sight. It's unlikely that anything's going to come for this, and there you go. Our unbeaten run has come to an end. We've lost to Rangers after being up on 2 occasions, thanks to goals from Alan Forrest. We've ended up losing, thanks to an 89th minute Tom Lawrence winner. And that one feels like a sucker punch, man. I'll take a while to go over. Absolutely got it. Tom Lawrence has done us in here at IBROX. Let me see. Anyway, what do we say? You did yourselves proud today, that's all I can ask for. And yeah, they did do us proud. They did me proud, they did themselves proud, and I think they did the fans proud as well. So I don't like the result, but we did a lot of good stuff out of there. Yeah, so I'm frustrated, but at the same time not with the performance, with the result. Yeah, we do drop down to 4th, that sucks, but you know what? We'll bounce back. We will bounce back for that. We've got Livingston up next. I believe it's Livingston anyway, and that is a match where I want to get maximum points from. But yeah, Rabbi Matondo, he got player of the match, no surprise, 8.8 rating. I know Alan Forrest got 2 goals, but I feel like Rabbi Matondo was the difference. He essentially grabbed the game by the scruff of the neck and got Rangers a win, so giving him man of the match, I kind of agree with it, to be fair. Nathaniel Atkinson's going to be out for 9 to 11 days. We're just going to, you know what, I'll not risk playing him. The World Cup's coming up soon. There's no point risking an injury. Hopefully he is fit and ready for the first game, but I'm not going to play him. I will rest him for the next game because the last thing I want to do is play him, then he gets a long-term injury and he misses the World Cup because of me, because that would be absolutely sickening. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to be a good guy and we're going to give him the game off against Livingston. It works out well for us though, because Michael Smith has been complaining about lack of game time. So we'll start Smith and Atkinson gets to rest for a bit. So yeah, it works for everybody. So here we go, last game before the winter break for the World Cup. I've decided to go with this team. I've made a few changes. I'm giving a couple of players that want more game time, I'm giving them starts. So Michael Smith wanted more game time, he's starting. George Grant wanted more game time, he's starting. They better appreciate this and they better show me that they deserve game time. So that is the changes that I have went with. Kai Rolls is coming in. He's going to be taking over for Halkett. Halkett's fitness is pretty poor at the moment. He needs a rest, so that's what we're going to do. We've got Keel coming in for Devlin. And Forrest and Mackay will be again playing it in Shankland up front. So I mean, I'm pretty much going with the best team that I can. Have to try and rotate it and get players that are not fully fit to perhaps not play this game, and then get players that are lacking sharpness to play, and then players that are moaning and crying and bitching. I need to get them game time as well. So this is crucial. We need to end this first half of the campaign with a win. We lost to Rangers, but let's not let that get us down. We have to bounce back and we have to make sure that we get a victory here today. So let's do it for the fans and let's go out and let's get the win. And potentially we could finish we could finish going into the winter break still second in the table, but we need to win this game. The last thing we want to do is drop more points here. Dropping points against Rangers in the last minute was bad enough, but I cannot afford to lose this game or drop points in this game with a draw. So here we go, cross into the back post. Barry Mackay was there, didn't win the header to Cochrane, out to Grant. Grant's been fouled. That's a penalty. That is a penalty. It looks like Shankland will take it. He's the best penalty kick taker that we've got, so it would make sense. We're going to let Shankland take it. And let's see if Shankland can bury it. He doesn't normally miss penalties, so I'm hoping that he doesn't miss this one. Hopefully I'm giving commentator's curse. Oh, it was close. George went the right way. George guessed it, but Lawrence Shankland put it past him, and it's his 15th goal of the season. So Lawrence Shankland there, banging in the goals. Shanky scores when he wants. And he's scored to give us a 1-0 lead here. 10 minutes in, absolutely dominating so far. 6 shots to 0 in terms of us. So I'm happy with that, man. We have been the better team, and we are showing that. So I am going to encourage the players. Well, praise the players for their start, because they're playing well, so they deserve some praise. Kai Rolls is just not happy, though. I think he's just not happy being at the club. And maybe he wants to leave, and if he wants to leave, I can't really keep him here, but I would like him to give me a chance, you know. I mean, ages ago, I shouted at him and he took a huff. And tell you what, that's actually, I don't know how George Grant's won a corner for that. George should be ashamed of himself, that goalkeeper, for giving away a corner there. But I'll take it. Barry Mackay whips one in near post, and it's almost a goal. But I think George managed to tip it round the post this time. So, I mean, Livingston cannot get out of their own half. We are all over them. And we look like doubling our lead anytime now. George Grant won't be first to this. He's got Barry Mackay out on the left-hand side. Mackay cuts it back to Grant, but Mackay was offside. Yeah, Mackay should have done better there. Should have timed his run. I think I just seen that Rangers are beating St Mirren by 2-0, which means it's unlikely that we will be ahead of them come the winter break. But I'm not worried about that at the moment. Just worried about getting this win here. George then punts it up. Cochrane takes care of it. Back to Gordon. Gordon to Kai Rolls. Rolls turns around. Finds Keogh. Keogh out to the Rolls Royce. Michael Smith. He hasn't been playing much. He's got a chance today. So same for Grant. So I want to see what Grant and Michael Smith can offer. I tell you what, that's a good ball for Michael Smith. He's picked out Forrest. Forrest to Grant. It's looking promising. Grant to Barry Mackay. And Barry Mackay makes it 2-0. George Grant gets the assist. And that will do George Grant's case, his claim for a spot in the starting 11, the world of good. So, good stuff there. Nice to see us take a 2-0 lead. And Livingston, I think they'll just be hoping for half-time here, because this has been a really bad opening 36 minutes for them. And who knows, it might even get worse here. Cochrane again coming forward. Plays it to Barry Mackay. Mackay lofted it through ball, through the Forest, into Shankland. Oh, that's just too easy, and it's too good. It's too fucking good. That's Shankland's 16th goal now of the season, man. He just doesn't know when to stop scoring, and I'm glad. I don't want him to stop. Never stop, Shanky. Seriously, never stop. But 3 goals in the first half, that's pretty much killed this game. There's no way back now. Livingston ain't coming back for this, so we can afford to maybe take some players off. And I think that's what I will look to do. Maybe not at half-time, but maybe a bit earlier than usual. You're doing brilliant, guys. Keep it going. And yeah, I think we will look to make some subs in the first 10 minutes. So maybe guys like Lewis Nielsen, Ewan Henderson, players like that, I'm going to look to get on here and get some minutes. I mean, maybe we'd even like to bring on Sander Clark, but I don't really want to take Gordon off when he's on a clean sheet. That might piss him off. So yeah, I think we'll probably keep Craig Gordon on. But I do want to get Sander Clark more game time. I will try and do that when we get back from the winter break. But here we go. Barry Mackay into Forrest. Oh, too easy. Alan Forrest scores again against his former club. It's his 7th goal of the season. And we are playing absolutely phenomenal here. So that's brilliant. 4-0 against 5th place Livy. We're not beating some duds here. We're not beating a shit team. We're beating a good Livingston side. Grant. Free kick in. Falls for Keogh. Keogh gets tackled. Keogh regains possession of the ball. Just does not want to lose the ball here. Cochrane back to Toby Sibic. Sibic finds Kai Rolls. Rolls looking for, again, back to Sibic. Sibic then inside to Haring. Back to Sibic here. Sibic just wants the ball. Everyone seems to be passing it back to him. It's Keogh. Keogh. Where's Keogh going? Plays it out to Michael Smith, the Rolls Royce. He runs into the Livy box. He looks for... Oh, what a save for George. Shankland probably should have scored that. He's waving at someone in the crowd. I think he should have made it 5-0. Cochrane free kick, or corner kick even. Oh my god, there's a lot of goals being scored today. Aberdeen are also 4-0 up at Pittodrie against Dundee United. So, yeah, it looks like there's lots of goals going in. Hibernian are beating Kelly by 2-0 as well. Right, let's make these subs then. Let's do it. We're going to make the substitutions, and I am going to bring on some players to rest them. So, Lewis Nielsen. I'm going to take off Kai Rolls. He just doesn't look that happy, and he looks a bit complacent. So, yeah, we'll take him off. If he doesn't want to be here, then he can piss off, essentially. Liam Boyce hasn't been playing much. We will... Shankland's on a hat-trick. But... Alright, I'll put Liam Boyce where Forrest is. So there you go. Forrest has been playing great, but I'm going to take him off. Henderson can come on for... Barry Mackay. I want to leave George Grant on. I'm going to rest all our best players here. Who else can we bring on? Stephen Kingsley is lacking a bit of fitness, so I'm going to maybe bring on Stephen Kingsley for Cochrane. We'll do that. And last but not least, I am going to bring on... do we give Stephen Humphries a run out? Do we bring on Snodgrass? Do we... I don't know. You know what? Humphries. I'm going to take Shankland off. I know he's on for the hat-trick, and I really don't want to piss him off, but I'm going to rest him because there's just no need for him to be on. This game's done. This game's finished. And he will be annoyed. I know for a fact he'll be annoyed, but there's more than one striker at this club. He's got 2 goals today. Let's see if we can get Humphries a goal. That's the way I'm looking at it. I just cannot keep Shankland on for the hope that he gets a hat-trick. I would like to try and get I want to keep Humphries happy. I want to keep all our players happy, and I have to rotate. I have to give minutes. So yeah, I mean, I know Shankland will be pissed. He'll probably speak to me after the match, but I'll have to explain my decision to him. Who knows, maybe give him an extra tenner in his wages. But here we go, George Grant trying to get past Matano. He does. Michael Smith. Oh, Michael Smith, that's a poor ball. Kelly to Boys. Boys back to George. And George has not had a good day at the office whatsoever. Not been good for him. And it's Kingsley now. First game in a while. What can he do? Not a lot. Plays it up and it's cancer with the header away. Jamie Holt now, or Jason Holt even, the former Hearts player, plays it to Jamie Brandon, another former Hearts player. What is this? All the Hearts rejects playing for Livy at the moment. Omenga through to Montano and to Ismail Goncalves. And I tell you what, it's a consolation, but it's a great consolation. Some of that one-touch football was fantastic there for Livy. Fair play to them. Fair play to them. We're going to shout here. Let's tell the team to... Let's demand more, because I feel like we've turned off a wee bit since they're making those substitutions. Michael Smith, long throw in. Boyce is there. He will punt that one forward. Ismail Goncalves picks out there again. And could Livy potentially pull one more back? They've got a man in the middle. And it's Kelly. Oh, and he's missed it. I tell you what, Kelly should be ashamed. That was brilliant for Goncalves, and Kelly has missed the target when he should have buried it. He really should have. Nielsen walking up there like he shot himself for some reason. Not quite sure what he's doing. But he's picked out Kingsley with a decent ball. Kingsley plays it back to Toby Sibic. Sibic to Haring. Inside now to Keogh. Keogh back to Lewis Nielsen. And Lewis Nielsen now looking for options. Lewis Nielsen runs into the Livy half before playing it to Grant, who just gives it away. So, I mean, yeah, the last 20-odd minutes here haven't been great for us. I can't complain. We're 4-1 up, but still. Could be 4-2 up. It's Montano. And Montano's shot is going to take a deflection and fall into the hands of Craig Gordon. So, but Livy aren't giving up here. Fair play to Livy. Davy Martindale, we must have gave them a rocketing, because they've responded pretty well. It's Henderson. Oh, Henderson's been tackled. That could be a second yellow. It is. It's Jamie Brandon, the former Hearts man. Doesn't quite see maroon these days, but he sees red. It's close enough. 3 minutes he had it on time. That should do it, and it does do it. So there you go, 4-1. Great way to end off this opening half to the season. We move into the winter break now. And nice work, everybody. That's a good win, and I can't ask for much more than that. I really can't. You know, I'm happy with that, man. We played well there, and I'm happy that we managed to sign off going into the winter break with a big W. But so did some other teams. I mean, Aberdeen with a big 4-1 win, Celtic with a 4-0 win, Rangers with an important 2-0 win, Hibernian with another important 2-0 win as well, and St Johnstone, Tommy Wright might have just, not Tommy Wright, fucking Callum Davidson, I think, might have just saved his job because he was under pressure. And that win actually takes St Johnstone up off the bottom of the table and they go above Motherwell. So who knows? Maybe the Motherwell manager, Stephen Robinson, he could be the one. I believe it's Stephen Robinson, yeah? He could be the one under pressure. So that's a massive win for St Johnstone, no doubt about it there. But those two are they're in danger of getting cut adrift here. They're 5 points off of Kelly. And who knows? I mean, if St Johnstone had lost today, that would have left them on 6. Motherwell would have went up to 11, and St Johnstone would have been 5 points off of Motherwell on 11. So that's a huge win for St Johnstone, and they got it right in the last minute there with a Chris Kane 94th minute winner. So yeah, that is insane there. Big win, and that could be the most important goal, I think, of Chris Kane's career. But forget about Chris Kane. I'm happy that we won. Let's praise Forrest. The guy's been playing great, so I want to give him some credit there. I want him to know that we appreciate everything that he does. And, yeah, guys, just absolutely buzzing about that there. It's a big win for us. Unfortunately, it doesn't move us up the league table. We do remain in 4th place, but we don't lose any ground on the teams above us, and that's the main thing. You know, I would have rather won than maybe even, you know, draw and then others lose or something like that. The main thing for me is keeping the momentum going, keeping wins coming, and we will sooner or later, if we're better than the teams above us, we will overtake them. So, you know, I'm not too worried about what they do. We'll keep an eye on ourselves. Now we've got a 34-day break before we play our next game, which is against Kilmarnock. They are not doing well, so that's a game that I will be hoping to win. And that's a game that we should be winning. If you look at our next 3 games coming back, alright, we play Hibs on the 2nd of January. No doubt about it, that's going to be a massive game. But the 3 games that we come back from, we're playing against 3 teams in the bottom 6. So I'll be looking to pick up 9 points there and continuing our great run in the league this season. It's been a good season for us so far. We're sitting in 4th, we've got a good amount of points, we're scoring goals, we've got a lot of money coming into the club thanks to our European football. You know, so far it's been a good season for us. We're at this Premier Sports Cup, which kind of sucks, but now we've got about a month off, 5 weeks off to regroup and just try and get ready for when the football starts back. And who knows, maybe, like I said, I might do some scouting, and I might even look at maybe trying to find some potential players to bring in. But that's going to do it for now, guys. That's going to do it for episode 13. Unlucky to lose that goal against Rangers in the 89th minute, but I'm happy with the response against Livy. Can't win every game, and at the moment we're sitting pretty well in the league. So you know what? I'm excited for the rest of the season. We've got the World Cup to come back from. I will cover the World Cup when we come back in episode 14. We'll have a look at who won it. Unfortunately, Scotland's not in it, so I won't take that much of a interest in it. But we'll have a look. We'll see. Hopefully, England don't win it. As long as anyone but England, that's what I care about, guys. Anyone but England. And on that note, we're going to leave it right there. I'll catch you next time, guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you later. Peace.